This is a special episode of the College of Knowledge. Addie Pical strikes back. Seeing how it was my fault that she missed the program for non-US and Canada bands. It was supposed to be on Wednesday, and you heard the story. I had to do it on Thursday. My hair's all messed up from wearing that stupid welding helmet. That's the closest thing I had to looking something like Star Wars was a welding helmet. So you you get what props you have to use. But yeah, that was something, huh? The old welding helmet. But like I said, she actually did take the time to do her picks. So I owe it to a professor of the College of Knowledge to relay those picks. And remember, the topic of the show was our favorites, non-US or Canada bands. And let me start with Addie's first pick was Solomon, Linda, and the Evening Birds from an album called the song is called African Mube, which actually translates into The Lion Sleeps Tonight. And she left a whole big thing about the song, how Pete Seeger misheard the lyrics, assuming it was a folk song, and he changed the title to Wee Ma Wet, a Wee Ma Wet, a Wee Ma Wet, a Wee Ma Wet. And 9 years later, the next phrase of the song's history began with the New York group called the Tokens. And they were the ones who did the version that everybody knows, the band called the Tokens. And it was a number one hit in 1961. Okay. The next one is, I'm sure I'm going to pronounce this wrong, called Metushe. It's a band from Israel called, and they did a song called One Day. Bob Marley from Jamaica. She liked Buffalo Soldier. Seed, Germany. I never heard of them. Seed, S-E-E-D, Germany. Did a song called Dance Hall Caballeros. Iggy Pop, well, Addie, Iggy Pop is from Detroit. So we'll let you slide on that one. But Iggy Pop, his name is James Osterberg, and he's actually from Detroit. Let me check the channel, see if there's anybody talking. Yeah, Darth Bimbo. Yeah, okay, Coach. Oh, you got my message, huh? Hello, Smokahantas. Yeah, I'm doing a special little show. It's not going to be that long. Addie, one of the people in the College of Rock Knowledge, missed our show, but she actually took the time to make a list. So I owe it to her to do that list. Her next one was Fleetwood Mac. She likes the Rumors albums. Fleetwood Mac is not on my top 30 favorite bands. I mean, They're not horrible, but I don't own any of their albums, and I won't. ABBA, Sweden. Everybody knows ABBA. It was just an album she liked called ABBA, which was their third album that was released in 1975. And if only you've heard, the radio songs, you're missing out a lot on ABBA, because they had some real cranking hits called Gimme, Gimme, Gimme a Man After Midnight. That's the only one I can think of right now, because I'm watching the clouds roll in because it's going to rain today. So, the Eurythmics, they're from England. It was Annie Lennox and David Stewart, and they were actually just a duo, but they had a lot of session musicians playing with them. Now here's a Brazilian band that I've never heard of, called Indiara Sfar. Was a Brazilian harmonica player, and she likes a song called Improvisation in C minor. See, this is the kind of information that you'll only get from one of the professors in the College of Knowledge. Of course, a band everybody loves and everybody should know, Thin Lizzy. They're from Ireland. She likes the album Jailbreak, especially the song The Boys Are Back in Town. And they were headlined by Phil Lynott. And he was another one who passed away way too early. Hello, Mark. Yeah, Leah, we can see. Oh, well, I can see your little icon. Hello, Robbie. How are you? Just doing a little impromptu show here. Nothing gonna be too long. Our next one is a band from Cuba, by Gloria Estefan. She likes the album called Let It Loose, and the song is The Rhythm Is Gonna Get You. And that's one of their most popular songs, and I'm sure everybody knows that. Now here's a Korean band, and I've actually heard of this band. So it's called Tai Yang, and they're in a band called Big Bang, and there's a song called Ringa Linga, and you can look that up on YouTube. Just put in YouTube and just type in Ringa Linga. It's something to behold. It really is. The Boomtown Rats from Ireland. The album Mongo Bongo. She likes a song called Banana Republic, and that's a very good song. And that I think is probably my favorite album by Boomtown Rats. And if you're not sure who they are, they were fronted by Bob Geldof, who went on to form We Are the World and Do They Know It's Christmas and all that corny ass, bringing 40 rock stars together to make a crappy song. I mean, their intentions were great. Oh, their intentions were honorable, but the songs really stunk. They really did. They really did. Huh. Leah, that's weird. I don't know. No, just blame it on YouTube. Because a couple weeks ago, it took not me, it took YouTube like 2 days to post a 30-minute video. Yes, and Smokehantas Mia. They are also well known for their song "Tell Me Why I Don't Like Mondays." I do know um, what the song is about. If you would like to describe it in a little nutshell, I'll post it here so everybody can see it. Or if you want, I'll just tell the story. No, but I would like to see somebody else do it. Yes, it was the silicon chip inside her head gets switched to overload. And nobody's gonna go to school today. Right. It was about a murder on Monday. But what's the premise of the song, Mark? Well, um, there was this little serial killer girl, and she went in and killed and shot a bunch of her classmates. And when she was interviewed and asked why she did it, her only response was, "I don't like Mondays." Well, I mean, what can you really say to that? Saying, well, I mean, neither do I. Right. Absolutely. They're Smokehannes. Yes. Yes. And like I said, when they questioned her, she just simply said, "I just don't like Mondays." And I used to know the lyrics. I just know like spotty lyrics. So, but that's a fantastic song. As long as well as what Addie said, Banana Republic. That's a good song. And then she continues, Jeff Beck, um, Miss Hedy Lamar. Yes, and Jeff Beck. Um, if you don't know who Jeff Beck is, well, you should. If you don't know who Jeff Beck is, you really got no you really got no business watching my show if you don't know who Jeff Beck is. But he's a guitar virtuoso who played, I believe, with the Yardbirds and um, oh God, what other big blues band was there in the 1960s? Somebody help me out. And it had all of the guys in it, all of the up and coming Leah Sugar Britches. I gotta post this. I always feel like murdering my boss and coworkers on Monday and every other day. Does that make me a serial killer? I would say probably not, because you haven't done it yet. But if you did do it, at least I could proudly say, "Oh my God, I know that lady. I know her. I talk to her a couple of times a week." So, you know, that that can only help my status in the community. And that's terrible that I think like that, but okay, so continuing with Miss Addie Pical's song. Um, she likes Wild Horses. And if you don't know who sings Wild Horses, um, just say that you don't know who Wild Horses is so I can block you. Yeah. Of course, it's by the Rolling Stones. And it's on the Sticky Fingers album, which is one of their all-time classic albums. And it has the infamous Zipper cover by Andy Warhol. And I remember back in 1971, I actually was mowing lawns, and I was making, back then I was probably making like $50 a week, which, when you're 10 years old, $50 a week, I was busting my ass, but I was mowing a lot of lawns. And I remember that I bought that album, and back in 1971, on the album, the zipper actually went up and down. If you buy the album now, it doesn't. And that was actually done by Andy Warhol. And then she says, Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. She likes every song. Addie, I don't know if you did our College of Knowledge Pink Floyd show. I don't think you were a professor then yet. Dark Side of the Moon is my second favorite Pink Floyd album. My first one is Wish You Were Here. And you know that because if you heard me butcher on the song Have a Cigar, when me and Mark Kropka did a show. But hey, I was able to hold a note for 22 seconds. So, I mean, I don't know if it sounded good or bad, but I counted it. It was 22 seconds. And well, shoot, we have more people than I would have thought. I want to thank everybody, for stopping by, because I still get a little more to do. She says, I gave an honorable mention to Chip Taylor and the New Ukrainians for a song, Fuck All the Perfect People. And she said, just because I live both the worlds. I think she meant I love both the words, Ukraine's and fuck is the song title. And I know I've said this before, that my family is half Russian and half Ukrainian. And honestly, from what my mother and my family has said, is the Russians and the Ukrainians don't hate each other. It's just because Russia has and I'm not going to get into politics, but because Putin is a megalomaniac, and the more that he does this, the more he's just going insane. That's my opinion. And hello, Mrs. Hopkins. How are you? It's always nice to see you. Okay, and I think that was Addie's last pick. Yes, it was. Very good job, Miss Addie Pical. And I told you that I was going to do this for you, so make sure that you listen. And tonight, I want to remind everybody that it is an official College of Rock Knowledge show with me, the dean, of course, Jennifer Ann, the historian, Chris, the chief operating officer, Mark Kropka. I think Bopak is going to try to be up there. Hopefully Miss Addie will. And anybody else who, if you want to do it today, put together your favorite 15 Aerosmith songs. And if I have room for you on Restream, because I think Restream, I don't know how many people I can pull up on Restream. I really don't. But if I got space for you, and, there are some people who I bring up on panel, and, all I request is that you stay on topic. When we're doing our show, here comes the rain. Here comes the rain again. Speaking of the Eurythmics. Yes, Mrs. Hopkins, you and Robbie are more than welcome to join the panel. 15 favorite Aerosmith songs. And I'll give you guys a little hint of my picks. Um, Number one and number two are not Sweet Emotion or Walk This Way. They're not. As a matter of fact, they're not even on my 15 best list. And the reason for that is I've heard them too many times. And honestly, I really don't think that they're all that great a song. Aerosmith has so many better songs, a lot of deep cuts, that's you don't hear. And that's one thing that I love to do when I do these shows is find, deep cuts, songs that you may not have heard. And maybe you'll go out and research it. If you can hear the rain here, and let me put the mic up. Maybe you can hear the rain. I have to get on that. Yes, you do, sir. So hopefully we'll have some new people coming up because I've been giving out my link to a lot of people, and I also been passing out my business card. If you've never seen the Bimbo Barbarella Music Program business card, here it is. Now, I don't know who wants one of these things or why you would want it. Maybe you need a coaster for a drink. Some weirdo gave me this, so they used it as a coaster. Hey, but at least you got it. Yes, I know it's raining. Thanks, Al. Okay, Cat Daddy just informed me, because he went to meteorology school, that it's raining outside. Yeah, thanks, Cat Daddy. And be prepared for tonight. I have an outstandingly funny story about Cat Daddy this morning, and it is God's honest truthful. Because sometimes, I don't make stuff completely up. Everything I tell you is like kind of based on some kind of fact, but I do embellish. But this is the God's honest truth, and I'm not going to spoil it now. I'm going to tell everybody tonight. I feel like Patrick Bateman examining that court. And if you don't know who Robbie's talking about, Robbie, I'll put it in the side chat so I can post it, so they know who Patrick Bateman is. Because I'd like to see some new friends I've met. Old Humble Distillery, I think, is coming up, and he runs a actual real whiskey distillery, and he's based in Houston. So I don't know if Coach has seen his products, but he makes 3 different kinds of whiskeys. And on Thursdays, he has a trivia show, and is very good. It's very funny. Mrs. Hopkins is up there a lot. Robbie's up there a lot. From American Psycho, yes, absolutely. Oh, yes, Coach. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, because he always has some great musical acts too on Friday. He does his trivia show on Thursday, and he has live music acts on Friday. He is very cool. He's very funny. And I'd like to get more people to go and play his trivia. because the only smart ones there are me, Robbie, and Mrs. Hopkins, and um, Jen N is usually there, but she's not on the stream, so I can say, oh, she's not that smart, but she is. She is, and she knows she is, and everybody knows that she is too. Coach, I listened to last week's band, and it was great. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you know who else is very good? Um, Virginia Woolf. And Virginia Woolf has a new song out that I haven't heard yet. Jen told me about it, so I'm going to have to listen to that because we were going to go out because we have to go buy something today, which ties into the funny story that I'll tell you tonight. But I ain't going nowhere now. Um, and maybe Chris Bliss will show up, and maybe Honey Bunch will show up. While I'm here, let me give Old Humble's link in the chat so you can go and join his page. Hold on. I'm trying to multitask into like 10 things. It's actually very easy, so. There's his link. And if you want to be a good friend of mine, just say, oh, Bimbo Barbarella sent us to join your channel and watch your show. So that way I'll look, like a good person. Addie Bacall, yes, finally showed up. And did you see that I actually did a whole show? You just missed it about your picks. And you're gonna have to watch the very beginning of the stream because it's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. I mean, because one thing that I love, doing this like YouTube stream stuff is I go out of my way to try to be funny and corny and have a good time. I really do. Okay, now that was a big thunder boomer, and it sounded like it hit a tree somewhere down the street. So if the stream goes off, it means power went. So maybe Chris Bliss and Honey Bunch will come up. That would be nice. And if Chris or Honey are listening, Chris, you're a rock and roller. Come up with 15 Aerosmith songs and come on the panel because you were up here when we did our punk show and you were fantastic. And Coach was up here when we did our infamous boy band episode, which was a lot of fun. And that was great because on his boy wrestling stream, he also did a commercial promoting the boy band show, and that was great. Yeah, because I actually saved that clip just because it was so great, and I love seeing myself being promoted. Not that I'm vain, but I don't know. I don't know if maybe I went up to Saratoga and my horse naturally won. And then I flew in a Learjet, went to Nova Scotia and saw the total eclipse of the sun. Okay, Addie. Yes, very good, dear. Very good. I was hoping that you would make it tonight. And we are going to do it tonight. Because the story why Wednesday got canceled. Because I had to mow the lawn because it was really high, and we've had so much rain here. It's raining every single day here now. Every single day. It doesn't rain all day, but today is going to be pretty crappy. But the grass was so high and it grows so much, and my yard is so freaking big. And Jennifer and Chris, when they came down to visit last week, they saw how big my goddamn yard is. And when I'm saying it's big, it's freaking big. It's big. And so I cut all of that in one time, and I got a push lawnmower, and it's broken because it's only got three wheels. So try pushing around a three-wheeled lawnmower. You know. Um, so I finished that, and then I went in and took a shower, and I was laying out there, and I was laying on my sofa bed in here. Okay, Mr. Mark. Yes, tonight, sir, at 8 o'clock. You know the drill. Um. So anyway, so I was tired, and so Al says, "Oh, I'll go out and I'll do the weed whacking." And I says, "All right," 'cause I was gonna do it the next day. And so anyway, and so he starts doing it, and he's out there for maybe 15 minutes, and he says, "Oh."